So what's going on, guys? We're in a video where I talk about all the interesting things to me in the world of technology. And today we have iPhone 6, iPhone 6 Plus news, and also news about an iWatch. Now, I took notes about this event because, you know what, I wasn't going to remember all these details anyways, but let's get started and talk about the iPhone 6. It comes with a 4.7-inch Retina HD display. The resolution is 1334 by 750. I'm laughing because it's kind of a weird number, but whatever. Apple usually does this. And then you have three different variations of the phone. 16 gigabytes for $199, 64 gigabytes for $299, and then 128 gigabytes for $399. The iPhone 6 Plus, it comes in a 5.5-inch screen with Retina HD display. The resolution is 1920 by 1080. And then with the storage, you have 16 gigabytes for $299, 64 gigabytes for $399, and then 128 gigabytes for $499. Both phones come in silver, gold, or something called space gray. They both have 8 chips, both use NFC, and also Samsung is providing the RAM for both phones. I would say one of the better improvements with the phones, the design looks a little bit more sleeker than it did before. I didn't like the industrial feel that the other phones had, and then also with these phones being thinner, I think that's a great improvement. I mean, who doesn't like a thinner phone? And then you have the iPhone 6 Plus, which is their newest phablet. I mean, their only phablet. You know, the funny thing is that I don't think Apple wanted to create a phone like this. The people out there, they probably asked for it because the competition was always creating a newer phone that had a bigger screen, and Apple kept going to a smaller screen. It didn't make any sense. So I think it's a good idea for Apple doing this. I mean, why not? If the competition is going to create phones with bigger screens, why not them? So as far as the release date for these phones, it's going to be September 19th, but you can pre-order on the 12th. And then for the iWatch, which we're going to be talking about, that is coming out in 2015. Now let's talk about this iWatch, because I thought the designs of these watches looked a little bit funny. I think it's a little bit gimmicky. I don't think that you need another accessory for 350 bucks just to look at what you can look at on your phone. Now, the purpose of this accessory is to make things easier, but let me ask you something. Is this easier to look at your wrist, or is it to look at your phone? I mean, if the phone is on your desk, or even wherever you are, and you want to look at your phone, are you really going to say to yourself, I need to spend $350 so I don't have to pick up that phone? I just don't think it makes any sense. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of charging involved with it, because even with the Bluetooth piece, you know, you have to charge it a lot. I did think that the charging aspect and how they designed it for this iWatch was interesting. I mean, you just put some piece on the back of the watch and you can charge it that way. That was kind of cool. And the whole idea of animated emoji, this just seems like a gimmick. I mean, for people who are going to spend that kind of money on a watch, don't you think they would invest a little bit more money and just get a really nice watch? I'm not saying that these watches are the worst thing on the market. It's just the price and what they do. And what they do is they act as an accessory to the phone that you have that's already going to be a lot of money as it is. So I think it's just kind of unnecessary, and I don't think that anyone else out there who makes watches has anything to worry about, because before all of this, they said that Johnny Ive over there, the designer at Apple, I'm sure you guys know about him, he was saying that the Swiss have something to worry about, and this is ridiculous. These watches look really not too good. That's all there is to say. They don't really look good, and people who are going to spend a lot of money on a watch, they're not going to go to Apple. Because even the design themselves, we have like this flexible AMOLED displays that nobody's using yet for the watches. Why not go there with it? Why not be innovative? I saw some really cool design concepts from different people out there before this watch came out, and nobody's really taking the initiative to really innovate with the watch. They're just trying to sell us more crap. Not just Apple, by the way. It's other companies too trying to do this. And I don't think it's going to be a good idea for the market. I think people are going to reject these kind of watches until they become a little bit more impressive. So right now, they're not the best things out there. I would say save your money. If you're looking to get an accessory for your phone, invest in a good Bluetooth piece and forget about a watch that could possibly break. And even if Apple replaces it, you're going to be using a watch that has this freaking, I don't know what it is. It's like this kind of square looking thing or rectangular looking thing. It's a screen. It has a limited resolution. I mean, honestly, I'm not questioning whether you can read a map on this tiny little screen. I'm questioning why you would want to spend $350 to do that. So my personal opinion here is that the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus they look pretty cool. The design is there, the capabilities of the phones are there, they're gonna have a great processor, and I say that would be a good purchase. So anyways, you guys can tell me what you think. Of course, post a comment down below, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know you guys are watching. I will see you guys later. Cheers.